With the Marvel Cinematic Universe moving full steam ahead, a couple of new characters have been brought back into the Marvel fold recently, as Daredevil, having been reacquired from Fox, and the Punisher from Lionsgate. The question is, what is Marvel going to do with these characters? In a recent interview, President of Marvel, Kevin Feige, talked about the future of these two darker heroes. We're trying to figure out what to do with Daredevil now. Punisher could show up at one point. You know, once we get these characters back into the Marvel fold, we don't want to do something right away. We want to do the smart thing at the smart time. Schnepp, where do you think Marvel would and should go with Daredevil and Punisher?
Well, I said before on the show, I think Daredevil would be an incredible procedural television series. Now that they have S.H.I.E.L.D., they can open up the world with Daredevil. I mean, he's a lawyer. That's television right there. And you can have incredible cases fighting the Kingpin and just make a really amazing, dramatic, almost like Breaking Bad style thing with Daredevil on TV. I think the movie, they already tried it. I'd much rather see him cinematically bound. Punisher, I think, would work great as a reboot movie, but put him into like a Marvel Knights. They also have Moon Knight. They have a lot of characters that they could still have in the Marvel universe, but just shift it more towards a Marvel Knights universe. That's what I'd like to see. I mean, the Punisher, he kills people. I mean, it almost has to be rated R.
Dennis?
Yeah, I think it seems like Marvel's concentrated on Daredevil because he is more of the family, audience-friendly character. It sounds like
out of the two, at least.
Out of the two,
Yeah.
And so it sounds like Punisher they're trying to fit him in, but they don't know what to do, so they're going to concentrate on Daredevil. I would love to see what Marvel does with Daredevil and Punisher. I didn't hate the first Daredevil. I thought it was okay, but definitely with what Marvel's been doing with all their other properties, I think they can turn out something that appeals to a lot of the fans, but also, is maybe a little bit darker or edgier.
All right. Well, I mean, I've said before about the Daredevil film. I still stand by this, by the way. You take out that god-awful teeter-totter scene, and I will call Daredevil a great comic book movie if you take out that scene, but it's there. I don't know that. I think if you had a Daredevil franchise that focused a lot on the lawyer by day thing, I don't think people would want to see that. It's like seeing a movie with 90% Bruce Banner, 10% Hulk. But I could be wrong about that.
Well, I was saying not a movie. I was saying if it,
I know,
if
but
it went
even
TV.
as a TV show, I think people would get fatigued with it, I think. Punisher is an interesting thing because I think if Marvel were to do something with Punisher, and I like how honest Feige is when he says, we're trying to figure out what to do with these guys. I mean, because really, because remember, Marvel didn't actively go out and reacquire these properties. They just fell back to them because Fox and Lionsgate kind of gave up on them and let them go. Now Feige's like, we're trying to figure out what to do. Daredevil's a challenge. The bigger challenge, though, to me is Punisher. Because you're right, he's R-rated. He kills people. He does not fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe at all. I think if Disney was going to do something with Punisher, it would have to be outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that you go into a new world that they create, has no Avengers, there's no Thor, there's no Iron Man, it's just him in his own world. But how's this for a theory? We know that Vin Diesel's been talking for a while about the fact, yeah, he's doing Groot, but he's got another secret Marvel project he's working on aiming for 2016. What if he's the new Punisher? I mean, we've all been talking Vision, and we've all been talking about a couple of other guys, but we've never thought of Punisher. What would you think about him fitting into something like that?
Interesting.
You're not jumping out of your
No,
seat about
I'm
it,
not.
though.
I'm like him, like on those little bouncy things when he's playing as Groot. I'm like him as a Punisher. I mean, he's a great actor. I love the new Riddick, so I'm sure he could pull it off. He doesn't pop into my mind immediately, though.
All right, I'll stand alone on that one.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.